Hey guys, this is W66 and today we are playing some more Arma Reforger. Today in this video what we're going to be doing is showing you guys how to build the base, how to properly set it up for a tight security, and some things that you should take into account when trying to make a defensive position for a base. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is pick a base. Now I decided to go for Connecticut because you can see Oklahoma already got taken over and Michigan was already having some stuff. I decided to pick Connecticut just because it was going to be in the middle of Vermont and Oklahoma, and later in the clip you're going to see it get taken over, but luckily we were able to defend it off. Alright, the second step is building a heavy vehicle depot, and the reason why is because now you're going to be enacting 88 mic now. And in a clip I did show you the reasons why it's important to be an 88 mic in this game, because now this is another good example on why is because now I'm on my own trying to build this base by myself, and it wasn't until later down the road until I got more help and they were actually getting their vehicles as well and helping me transport. But yeah, that is the second thing you want to build in a base, is so that way one, you can get more supplies, and two, you don't have to go back and forth only grabbing about 150, which I believe was in that vehicle, where now I can get up to 600 supply points. Alright, so once you grab enough supply points, the next thing you need to do is start building up floodlights. And the reason why you want to build up floodlights is because you want to have a 360-degree view of everything. And with the floodlights, you do not want to face them inside the base, you want to face them outside. The reason is because just in case of an enemy troop or a unit decides to come in and attack your base, and they're in the tree lines, and if you have a floodlight facing the tree lines, chances are the floodlights are going to see them and spot them, and they're probably going to have to move back where they may or may not even be accurate enough to shoot you guys. So that's the one reason why you need to build floodlights. Also build them in places where you know they're going to be possibly at. And if you don't and you face them inwards, you are pretty much lighting not only you but the rest of your troops up in that base. Alright, once you're done building up your floodlights, what you need to do next is add your security. And your security is going to be your machine gun nest, aka your sentry. So when you're placing them, you want to place them, like I said before, you want to have them at areas where the enemies are going to possibly be at. And you're probably thinking, well, how the hell am I going to know where the enemies can be at? They can be at anywhere at any time. And that may be true, but you can dummy it down to logically. Where would you put some sentries where you know some players, like either it's a Call of Duty player or a Battlefield player, and where they're going to go? And for Call of Duty, I hate to say it, but you guys are the most dumbest ones, and you guys are more than likely going to be using the roads. Alright? But the next clip you can see is that Vermont and Oklahoma are still being taken over, which meant I only had dire minutes, if not a few more minutes, before they started mounting up and getting more gear and being ready to take Connecticut. Now, the one thing I will say is do not build a fucking helipad, and the reason why you can see right here, I have only 95 points, supply points, and what I didn't notice is that somebody actually stole a remaining 400 points earlier just to build a helipad, and I didn't know that, and I was actually fucking pissed off. And so I had to do 3 supply runs just to even get more supplies up and running, because so many fucking players were actually taking ammunition or supplies for their own and building up helipads. But once you get your AI situated and secured, what you're going to do next is, you can see I recruited them. I'm going to put them at the defend, and it does take time, guys, depending on where the AI are positioned at, it does take time. You can see me trying to get one of these two over here to go and mount the sentry, but it's this guy right here. He ends up glitching like that and was on the mounted 50. Once then, you can unrecruit him and he'll actually just stay over there. But yeah, but when you're doing that, I do recommend, once you're done adding your sentries, that you spawn in another AI unit, whether it could be a fire team or the base fire team, and once that happens, just leave them there, because that means that the sentries are going to stay over there in their position, and then the base fire team will spread out. You can see a perfect example of this right here. You can see Connecticut is being taken, and the sentries were actually shooting from the main road, and which was actually pretty surprising for me to see them actually, I guess, operate in this game. Even though this was my first time doing this, it was pretty cool. You can see right here in this clip, fortunately I don't have the sound on, he was actually lighting them up, and you can see one of the base AI sentries or base AI fire teams right there going and flanking around and trying to find the enemies in case if there was more. But anyway guys, that is it for the video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, but be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video.